Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and it's time to do a speed test comparison between the Oppo F21 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy A52. And the Samsung Galaxy A52 is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G processor with 8GB of RAM, while the Oppo F21 Pro is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 processor with 8GB of RAM as well. On the back we have quad cameras on the Samsung, while on the Oppo we have triple cameras. Both phones has a 64 megapixel main camera, and the difference is that we have optical image stabilization on the Samsung, which is not really available on the Oppo. Also we have 12 megapixel ultra wide. We also have a 5 megapixel macro and a 5 megapixel depth sensor, while on the Oppo we have a 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 2 megapixel which is a microscope lens, which we don't see in this price range. And the back of the Samsung is made up of plastic, while the Oppo has a glass back, and the frame on both phones is made up of plastic. Also we have in-display fingerprint scanner on both phones. Also on the frame of the Oppo is completely flat, which gives a more premium feel over the Samsung. Also on the bottom we also have a headphone jack on both these devices, although we have dual speakers on the Samsung, while on the Oppo we only have a single speaker. So in this video I'm going to show you how is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 inside the Oppo F21 Pro is stacked up against the Snapdragon 720G inside the A52. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. And guys, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Here we go. Logos came up first on the Samsung as compared to the Oppo. Also we have Android 12 on both phones. We have One UI version 4.1 on the Samsung versus a ColorOS a 12.1 version. Let's see who is faster when it comes to booting up, and the Samsung or the Oppo. Let's see which one is faster. And the Samsung is more faster, as you can see, and the Oppo is also right behind there, about 1 or 2 second difference there between these devices. Now let's talk about the displays between these devices. On the Oppo we have 6.4 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with 90Hz refresh rate, while on the Samsung we have 6.5 inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with 90Hz refresh rate as well. And both phones also has a punch hole on the center, which looks very similar on both phones. Also you can see at the bottom chain it is more smaller on the Samsung. And guys, everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Now let's opening up phone dialer. Let it move faster on the Samsung. Opening up settings, that is very similar on both phones. Again we have Android 12 on both phones, latest software. Let's go to the display and you can see we have 90Hz refresh rate on both phones. Now check out some more application. Opening up Amazon Shopping, launching at the same time with same Wi-Fi network. And the Samsung is little more faster as compared to the Oppo. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels very similar on both phones because we have 90Hz refresh rate, no difference in that area. Now check out some games application. Opening up the Candy Crush Saga. Again we have Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G versus a 680. That is exactly the same on both phones. Also we have dual speakers on the Samsung. Here is the Samsung looks like with the max volume. And let me show you the Oppo, which has a single speaker. Yes, and the single speaker on the Oppo is more louder as compared to the dual speakers on the Samsung, but actual sound quality, actually it is more better on the Samsung. Instagram, very similar. Let's see pinout. Pinout is a little more faster on the Samsung, as you can see. Now let's open Snapchat, faster on the Samsung. And one thing it is also really good on the Samsung is that when you go to the camera application and when you go right there, and this is a mode which is called as fun, and this mode is give you a Snapchat filters right in your camera application, which means that the Snapchat video quality as well as the photo quality on this phone should be really good as compared to any other Android phone, and that's really unique thing on the A52. Let's see Spotify. Spotify is faster on the Oppo this time. Let's see Subway Surfer, and the Subway Surfer is little more faster on the Samsung, as you can see, because of the Snapdragon 720G. And you can see and the Snapdragon 720G is performing a little more faster. Now let's opening up the Temper N2. Temper N2 is faster on the Oppo this time because we have different versions on both phones, and the theme it is available on the Samsung, while on the Oppo and the theme it is not really available, so that is why Oppo is more faster. But you can see Samsung is more faster overall. Now let's opening up the Pubg Mobile heavy game. Let's say this time is faster. The game is open up way faster on the Samsung. Also again we have Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 versus a Snapdragon 720G. Samsung is more faster there, as you can see, about 1 or 2 second difference there. Also we have smooth graphics with ultra frame rate versus a smooth graphics with high frame rate. Now let's opening up the Tutor, and that is more faster, very similar. Now let's opening up Zedge, and Zedge is faster on the Samsung, as you can see, as compared to the Oppo. So now let's see the scrolling, and that is similar on both phones. In the start, Oppo is on 60 Hz. So last time I launched the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Now let's see who is going to be the fastest one. Oppo is more faster as compared to the Samsung. So now let's look at the front camera. Here is the front facing camera looks like on both phones, and the front camera is, I would say, much better on the Samsung because we have 32 megapixel selfie camera versus a 16 megapixel on the Oppo. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. I am seeing default Google Chrome on the Oppo, while on the Samsung we have Samsung internet browser. Opening up wikipedia.org is saying Wi-Fi network. Oppo is a little more faster. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is very similar on both phones. Now let's open this English, also very similar. Let's see the scrolling. We have any lag? No lag whatsoever on both phones. Next on the list is the apple.com. Apple.com is faster a little bit on the Samsung, but not a huge difference. Let's see the scrolling, and you can see really smooth on both phones. I feel a little bit jitter on the Oppo, if I'm not wrong. Again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. Now check out RAM management on both phones, and both phones has 8 GB of RAM. Both phones also has an extended RAM feature. Phone dialer, refresh on the Oppo. Settings, no refresh. Amazon shopping, refresh on the Oppo. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, refresh on the Oppo completely. Instagram, not refresh. Let's see Pinout is refresh on the Oppo. Let's see Snapchat, seems like refresh on the Oppo. Spotify, refresh. Subway Surfer, refresh on the Oppo. Let's see Temper N2, again refresh. So RAM management it is really bad on the Oppo. Let's see Pubg Mobile, same result, refresh on the Oppo. Opening up the Tutor, not refresh. Zedge, refresh on the Oppo. So RAM management it is excellent on the Samsung. Last we're back to the internet browser, which is refresh again on the Oppo. And guys, what I have to say regarding the app's opening speed, as you can see that, and the Samsung Galaxy A52 is more faster in the game app loading time as well as in system based application mostly. In terms of the RAM wise, and the Samsung also is performing really good in the RAM management, and the processor on the Samsung is more faster as compared to the Oppo F21 Pro. In terms of the RAM wise, and the Samsung is performing incredible in the RAM management, while on the Oppo RAM management it is really bad on this phone despite having a 8 GB of RAM. And that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Oppo F21 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy A52. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.